What did she do?
What? Oh, it's happening! It's here! It's
Oh my God!
Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasan.
Hey, it's Marta.
And it's time for the weekly mind boink of Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin. Like, I was thinking to myself, man, like, if you go back and play the video games or anything, it is so hard to describe Attack on Titan now compared to when it first was coming out. Like, there's a lot of people that I know, even here in Japan, that have dropped the show from the beginning, like a few seasons in, because, you know, it's been 11 years. And for me, it's always been something that's been kind of close to my heart. And the fact that, you know, even before I was a YouTuber, I was a big fan of Attack on Titan, watching it here. So I've been watching Shingeki or Attack on Titan almost as long as I've been living here in Japan. So to kind of grow up with it, and I've actually gone to the locations, the actual dam that, you've never seen these videos? They're on YouTube.
No, I had no idea.
I should start bringing them back.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I went to the mangaka, the creator's hometown, and you can actually see a lot of stuff that inspired his work. And so, the most infamous one is there's a dam, a reservoir dam that's holding a bunch of water, but you can actually go to the bottom and look up. And if you go down there and look up, you can see it's exactly the same design as Wall Maria, like that.
Wait, Wall Maria? Or are we talking about like the dam that they throw the people off of and turn into Titans?
Maybe both, but no, ideally Wall Maria, because you look up and you can and so, you know, Attack on Titan has become so popular that they've actually constructed a fake colossal Titan's head, so it looks like in hands like that on that wall. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh, I have to look that up on YouTube. Oh my gosh,
it's really cool.
So
and
fun.
Then there's a whole water thing where the water gets processed and it goes out to a stream, so you can see where that inspired him as well. There's a few different things about the forest that Annie was running through. There's a lot of stuff. So there's actually kind of like a little, not memorial, but there's kind of a memorabilia and different stuff that his hometown actually has put up for him. So
that's so cool.
Yeah. And then of course Universal Studios Japan has done a few different Attack on Titan exhibitions and walkthroughs. Like you can actually see the one that I went to was when Attack on Titan was still kind of its basic form of before it like went like bizarrely it got kind of different, where it's the famous pose of like Eren as a Titan and Annie, and she's kicking him and he's blocking. You can actually go see a real life version of that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I wish America would do cool shit like that.
They feel do like occasionally. Yeah, it's just funny to explain to people now about Attack on Titan. Like I have to explain it in Japanese to some of my students, because they're like they're just like, what is going on? They're like, I've watched it twice and I don't understand what's happening in the story.
Oh, like they jumped ahead.
No, they've watched it, but they're just casually watching it. Like, and you know, Attack on Titan is at this point needs to be analyzed at this and so my girlfriend read the manga, and she's not really for whatever reason, she's not really into watching the anime as much anymore now, maybe because of the fact she read the manga and she just like whatever. But we were watching last week's episode just yesterday, and she was wondering why was Zeke doing the whole shocked Pikachu face the whole time.
She noticed it too.
Everybody noticed that. Nerd Chronic, shout outs to Nerd Chronic for making that one meme. It's like you know, the whole time he was just like shocked. But you know, she also noticed the fact that when you start analyzing all of that, in the manga panel, so the final conversation that Grisha has with Eren in the first season 1, episode 1, when he takes out the key and everything, I saw the comparison thing, but somebody on Discord pointed out that in the manga, he's looking off to the distance, actually. Grisha is looking off to the distance, which actually parallels that he's looking at future Eren instead. But in the anime, it's cut a little differently, but you can still kind of piece it together that he possibly could have been looking off at Eren like that.
Well, that was that moment that we saw in the anime last week.
Yes.
Right. So in the manga, it also shows that, but much earlier on.
In the manga,
or without Eren in there.
No, in the manga, the first issue, he's looking off into the distance, apparently.
Ah, okay.
In the anime, we don't see him looking off into the distance as much. We just see him pull out his key and then like take off like that. So,
and then it isn't revealed to us until last week's episode that
what he was looking at. Yeah.
So that really shows that Eren is doing some serious time jumping,
manipulating, from the beginning.
And then the question too is, you off camera you had mentioned about has he been behind this the entire time? How many times, or like my thought was, how many times has he time jumped now?
Or
how many times is he going to time jump that's going to affect the story in its entirety? You know what I mean? Like,
I was wondering,
this isn't the only time jump. What if he does another time jump later on, but maybe further back, so that it continues to affect everything forward?
Like I have been wondering about that. It's like, is he did he ever really need Zeke's blood, royal blood, to even do anything? Like, was he playing Zeke from the beginning? Because when you watch it, sometimes Eren acts like surprised that certain things are happening. When Ymir passed him up, he was like, what? Like that. Like, is he actually, was he aware of everything that will happen? Or is he just a really, really good in control of the situation? Like, because I'm watching this,
faking his reactions.
Or I don't know. I don't know.
To trick Zeke, maybe.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Like, he was probably tricking Zeke, acting surprised half the time, tricking Zeke because he needed to get to that eventual point of the time jump. He needed to get to that point where Grisha confronts the royal family, because he without Zeke, he wasn't able to get into that point. Into that. But I don't know. And then the other issue that was standing out is I realized that was actually I can't remember, Frida, Historia's aunt, I believe.
Yes.
Frida, when she closes her eyes, that's not Frida talking. Like, I thought it was Ymir. I thought it was Ymir.
That's what we were saying last week, that it was Ymir.
Come to find out, like, I think the more I think about it, actually, that's not something Ymir would be saying. That's actually the original Fritz, the OG, the original Fritz that was lined up with the Titans and everything, like, who made the deal with Ymir, and then that was taking over. I guess it could be Ymir, but I doubt it, because it sounded more from the perspective of the person who renounced the war and wanted Eldia to all the Eldians to pay for the crimes from centuries ago. That's not something that Ymir is just a slave now of the royal family. So it sounds like it's more in tune with somebody who actually made the pact, who brought the walls up like that. So, that was Fritz talking, where Frida.
That's an interesting theory,
right? Because it seems like it was Frida who wasn't like she actually kind of felt bad for Grisha, and also kind of agreed with what Grisha was saying was like, yo, why are these people, what kind of justice is there in these people getting demolished and killed and eliminated for something they had nothing to do with, something their ancestors did, you know? But I guess we're gonna see just how bad it was in this episode, because
my other theory about Eden's time jumping is, if, let's say, hypothetically, the theory of him knowing about time jumping and faking being surprised at the whole scene of Ymir passing him and like, what do you mean you're not listening to me? If he was faking that, then how did he have that knowledge previously?
Right.
And my theory is he experimented secretly with Historia.
Wait. That's
my theory.
Oh, we're so dumb. That's why. No, that's exactly why.
He had to have experimented with Historia.
So when Historia had her ceremony,
they touched hands.
He kissed her
Didn't
hand,
they?
And that's when he time jumped. That's when he saw everything.
I think so.
That was the moment.
So.
Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah,
or it could have been like that moment and maybe moments that we haven't seen, because there was a big time jump, so a lot of stuff couldn't happen.
No, that's when he looked into the future and he saw everything that happened and everything that will happen. It's just that he didn't explain to anybody what was going to happen, and he just kind of went with it, and then they went out to the sea.
Maybe explaining it would have been,
it would have just
dangerous, and it wouldn't have, it could have messed up the timeline.
And also like he didn't really understand it much until he got to the ocean, and then he was like, oh shit, that's right, we are an island, we're about to go find out what's out there. So anyway, I
think maybe it was his
damn, now you know what, now I'm starting to really wonder if Eden did impregnate Historia like Jesus or something like that.
But then why would I like was thinking of that too, but then I'm thinking like, what's his motivation to do that?
Life continues.
What would be the motivation?
I mean, he wants life to continue, and I don't know.
But that could be why Historia is like out of the picture too. He's trying to protect her, if that's the case.
Titan baby coming out.
Oh no.
R.I.P. to Historia's uterus there. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Her womb. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. All right, let's get into it. I know KR is like, oh my god, like it's gonna take forever to get this video done. Like he's like, can you get to the edit right now? Can you get to the actual reaction? Guys, full reaction is available on Patreon. Make sure you check that out, because I know we're late, but we're always great with the edits. There's this whole green screen thing, but if you want that episode as soon as possible, it's going to be on Patreon way earlier, so you make sure you check that out. All right, your latest reaction starts now.
Oh, it's so fleshy.
Whoa, ripped her head off.
Oh,
whoa, there she goes.
Oh, spinal column.
Yep, smack them all. Whoa, we gotta relive this shit.
No.
We gotta relive that shit. That's crazy.
What if he's referring to the original? He's referring to the original Eden, right? You think? Or maybe the new Eden, his son.
Right.
I don't know. Bro, this moment last week. Oh,
that was great, and the music is so good.
Yeah. Pikachu. Father of the Year right here.
Happy Father's Day.
From Shingeki no Kyojin.
Kill your brother. Stop him, Zeke. Wait, so now we're supposed to be standing for Zeke? Okay. Come on. Is Eden really gonna be that bad?
Oh!
I gotta know. It can't be that bad. I mean, he didn't go full Loki. Oh shit. Right, he needed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Just like we were saying. He needed, yep. When he kissed Historia.
Oh!
That's right. Yep.
Yes! I knew it! Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. Bye.
I don't
Ah.
know. Ah! Oh, it's gonna peel the skin off. Oh, nasty.
Whoa. Not if he breaks her legs. Tackle. And now I'm gonna wipe your memory.
But first, wipe her booger from her face.
Nah, a little bit of both. Here we go.
I was just thinking too, if Eren was affected by the touch, Historia had to have been affected by the touch too.
I don't think, because Zeke was
I wonder
not.
what she.
Zeke wasn't either.
Hmm.
Okay, this is all. There we go. 2,000 years ago. Is this King Fritz people? And it's the Vinland Saga. Great. Just appropriate for Black History Month.
Well.
Jesus.
Damn.
Oh, they all point to her. Wow, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Oh, so this is the tree. That was her first. It actually looks. It looks like she's about to find herself in this tree from Star Wars.
Reminds me of the tree from Game of Thrones.
I could see that. It's always a tree with these stories. Tree of
now
Life.
It looks like she's in the Ghibli forests.
My thing is, that's the one place they chose not to check, the giant gaping vagina tree. Like,
the forest is the
oh shit! Look, it's the yeah. There you go. It's a Ghibli. It's a Ghibli Titan. That was the founding. That was the start of Ymir.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa! Yeah, because it looked like a spinal cord with.
Yeah. But that's the devil, I think, that Ymir made a deal with.
Ah.
Yeah, interesting. So even after getting that power, she still was like, okay. Wow. She still was a slave.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh my god. That's really. Oh, look,
she's about to have 9 kids. Yeah, she's about to have 9 fucking kids.
Give her some better clothing.
No, I was just about to say that. No, but that's control. So she always remembers what she is as a slave.
Yeah. No, I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, sorry. It's 3. It's just 3 of them.
Why?
Oh, shit. Because the walls. That's Maria and the other 2 walls. Yeah. Sorry, it's not 9.
Yeah, but she can't be dead after that. Come on, that's bullshit.
Nah, that's it.
Really?
Yeah. Her life form was split into 9 titans, not kids. I got confused for a second. The walls are named after her 3 kids.
Oh shit.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. See. Yeah. Ew.
That's so gross.
Maria, Rose, Cena. Yeah. I mean, in some sense, don't we do that to Jesus as well in church?
Yeah, that's true.
So, and this is the thing. It's like, if anything, she'd probably be more down with what Eren is kind of like, yo, what's up? You really want to be a slave your whole life? I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I'm Eden.
But what is she doing here? Was she
I think
building a like a wall and the tree of life type thing? Yeah.
thank you. Thank
Woo!
fucking God.
He's about to freaking break Ymir. I love it. Set her free! Freedom!
Really?
Wow.
It's Loki's
This
turn.
music though.
Right.
Oh!
Shit, she got her face back.
Yeah!
Oh, shit! That's how it worked.
What did she do?
What? Oh, it's happening! It's here! It's
Oh
yo!
my God! There they are!
Yo!
Wait! Oh!
Yo! Yo! Yo!
I'm rumbling!
Bye, Gabby. Oh shit! That's exactly how the wall looked. The real life dam looked.
Wow!
Oh
It
shit!
is beautiful. Oh, just.
Well, it's a good thing Gabby's dress is brown.
No. Oh my God. Die, Gabby, die!
Yo, the entire sky is blacked out.
Oh my gosh.
Is that what you think? Yeah, you think so? Boy, you better transform. You're the only one that can survive that shit. Yo, this is crazy.
Holy crap.
Nut.
What?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh! Ooh.
Oh shit. Yo, what the fuck?
Everybody.
Historia.
Historia.
Oh
Oh
shit.
Yo, look at that face. That artwork is so fucking beautiful.
Holy shit.
Oh.
I had a feeling that's what I had a feeling that's what he was planning to do. Like, woo! I'm telling you, peak television, dude, every time. Peak television. So yeah, like so Ymir made her choice, dude. Like I've been wondering about that since the beginning of that episode. Like, yo, Ymir's life just basically sucked, dude. Like she's been a slave the majority of her life, got impregnated, like in that manipulative control by King Fritz with impregnating her, and like even after she turned into a monster, she still was like, look, I have all this power, I don't even know what to do with it because it's not even within the constructs of my mind what I could do with this, so I'm just gonna submit to someone who poses a bigger power than me, and that's the king.
That's really truly a victim mentality. Just a total like crushing of a person's soul independence and all that stuff. So, and then especially since it started at such a young age too, she was so young, and it seemed like even when he declared like, oh, I'm gonna give you my seed, she was still like a kid, which is even more disgusting. So,
I mean, you know, if any, you know, I don't know what they teach in history school now, but you know, you and I both know that's exactly what they were doing back then. Like, you know, just women in particular cultures, just women just existed in terms of in royalty. The women just existed just to pump out heirs and more children. And you know, that was also one of the things is like the Ymir was just she only had 3 kids and they were all women, females. So who knows if that was within line of what Fritz wanted to have. Like, did he want?
He could have had other like a male heir perhaps, but
On
the
the
ones
side,
that were
right?
important, yeah, but the ones that were all powerful and important, and he needed to keep this power
Right. Well,
going,
right.
was he just decided because they're from Ymir, the
Well,
children from Ymir, that to continue.
right. But in theory, also, it's interesting because there's kind of a double-edged sword. If they do have a male heir that can continue his legacy, he obviously wasn't ready to give that shit up right away. But
Yeah.
you know, you generally would want a king to succeed and not a queen like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trying. I think you might be right, because I really got to go back to the family chart. That's one of the reasons I learned. I already knew how that was going to go down with those three kids. Was like years ago, I looked up the family tree of the
Mm-hmm.
Fritzes, because like I was like, who the fuck is Rod Reese, Historia's father? And so
Yeah.
yeah, he's a descendant of the royal family. But yeah, that's how I learned about those three kids.
Yeah,
The
I think you've
walls.
mentioned, I think you've said that before, that the walls are named after
Yeah,
the descendants
of
of
Ymir. And then
yeah.
her body was cut up, and and then I guess those kids passed down the nine titans, basically.
Yeah.
So but yeah, no, it's like I was just thinking, like, yes, I got to go back to that family tree that I saw on YouTube, because somebody like the king, the king, somehow the king's lineage continued, I guess, with another heir, with another child or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because because I don't think the kids, Ymir's kids, did not take over running the Marleys. So, but
No, but remember, what's his name? The Warhammer Titan and
Marley. Sorry, no, Willie,
Willie
Tiber,
and
the
Willie
Tibers.
Tiber. So are
That's a
like,
separate thing, though. That's a
oh, that's
separate,
right. Oh,
right?
no, no, you're right. You're right. Sorry. No, he just seemed so kingly and powerful. I'm like, oh yeah, he's royal. No, he's not. He's not royal.
No, so there was something called the Titan War, and so that was like, I kind of wish they touched upon that, but I know that would have been too far off like that, because that's the one separate thing that I kind of have an issue with, is the fact
They
that
needed the hero. That's the storyline about needing a hero to kind of,
no,
in
that part
false
makes sense. No,
storyline. Yeah.
right. But what I'm talking about is the renouncing of war, because it looked like King Fritz was all about that life, about war, and he was fine with that. And it wasn't until the Titan War, the Great Titan War, that King Fritz was like, all right, you know what? I'm done with this. Let's put up some walls, and we're gonna wipe everybody's memory for 100 years or something like that. And we're gonna, like, we're just gonna remain on this wall. And it was at that point the royal family renounced war. So oh, never mind. I figured it out. The original king was all about the war life, but as generations went down, one of the King Fritz, one of the last King Fritz, he was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Like, I don't want to do war anymore, something like that. And that's why they erected the walls and things like that. So, but that, like, I kind of wish they touched upon that, because it would have been nice. But I know,
I wish they circled back to that.
but it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to the story right now, because the whole point is, okay, where does Ymir and Eden's perspective line up? And Eden said, you've been waiting for someone like me to help you get out of this nightmare like that. So yeah, it's very interesting, because that's why Zeke's plan doesn't make any sense. Zeke's plan never made sense. Like, even if the Titans, even if the Eldians cannot reproduce for 100 years, they're going to be treated like shit the rest of their life then. And then they're going to be continually treated till shit until they die out. And then then the Marley's just not going to have any Titan war power anyways, to against the rest of the world. So that plan doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying that Eden's plan is it's not the best, it's not the perfect plan, but from my perspective as a Jaegerist, I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, kill them all, dude. Like,
and they establish, what I appreciate is that they established in the beginning of last season that like the enemy of the Marleyan Empire and stuff, like they are formidable.
Yeah.
The war that they're fighting out there is no joke.
Yeah.
And they're going to get their asses kicked if they don't do something about it, if they don't step up their game. So I like that they established that, so that they establish the stakes at hand.
Right, early on, like the beginning of the final season.
Yeah, exactly. And that
because they have
the bigger picture is global war. And that it's not just about Paradise Island and the mainland Marleyan peoples. It's much, much bigger. And I think what they're doing again, I love how they've been doing this, is they'll introduce something and then they'll take it away and it'll disappear and people will forget about it. And unless you're like us and constantly analyzing the show each episode, a typical viewer will forget that there's this global war going on that they really did a good job setting up earlier on. And so I think that's going to come back to play. And it did come back to play. He's
I wonder,
everybody, and I'm going to destroy all the enemies too. Like
based on what you were saying. Based upon what you were saying earlier, like I wonder if this is the reason why Annie wakes up, like
perhaps
Eden triggered her to break out of that crystal, like, and so that's why she awoke like that.
Maybe
so,
because
next episode, maybe.
Because he has the ability to communicate, and if
all subjects of
if she is and if she's in stasis, there has to be some part of her that's conscious in there.
Maybe that's why she wakes up. Maybe
or her like spirit can travel to that like desert plain where Ymir has been all this time.
So here's
that could definitely
what I'm assuming in theory. In a perfect world, as you can see, all the titans are all the wall titans are headed toward, they're going to just jump in the water basically, and they're going to be so it's going to be a few episodes until they reach the mainland, if that ever happens, but I'm pretty sure that's what the plan is. And then probably from Levi's, if that dude's even conscious, from Levi. No, I mean, he's not dead, but I mean,
he's gone.
You think he's dead?
I think so.
Really? I think I totally think that why eye patch chick, the doctor. Every time I want to say Sasha, but it's not. It's not.
No,
Sasha.
It's not.
It's not Parko. It's I don't know why her name is so hard to remember. Hanji.
Yeah, there we go.
I think we're gonna see from Hanji's perspective, because they're the only characters at the moment that we know that are outside of this inner conflict going on right now. So probably
no idea what's going on.
From Hanji's perspective or Levi's unconscious perspective, we're going to see what's going on from the wall or whatever, from the island. And we're gonna see probably the wall titans in the water, if even they're even that if the water is even that deep, probably. But then my guess is the fact that all the titans currently on the island are going to band together to eliminate all the pure titans at the moment.
The wall titans?
No, the pure titans. All the walls are down, right? So now essentially
those are the wall titans walking.
So
we'll call those the wall titans. Okay.
Right. The walls are down. The wall titans are headed toward the mainland, but now we have all the pure titans that are wreaking havoc on Paradise Island because they have no defense.
Oh, that's right.
Anymore. They have no defense anymore.
That was the one from are you talking about the townspeople, like
Yeah,
everyone who
yeah,
drank wine?
yeah,
Oh.
and further outside, there's other Titans as well. But yeah,
Oh yeah, that have just been roaming
yeah.
around since before this. Oh, okay,
So
yeah, yeah.
in theory, my guess is that I would hope that some of the Marlians, I'm talking about Peak, maybe Reiner, they're all gonna come together and just like, all right, we gotta eliminate all these Titans right now, like this, to protect what the people that are still on this island, the people that had nothing to do with this shit. Just
So you think that they're gonna, in a sense, kind of flip sides temporarily
correct,
to
correct.
defend the city,
Because
to
at the same
defend
time,
the
because at
entire
the
city.
same time, there are Marlians there as well that need protecting as well. So
Yeah.
so I'm assuming that that's probably what's going to be happening while Mikasa or Armin are going to try to figure out how to get in contact with Eren as well. Like, I don't know, this dude that's just become force sensitive
Hmm.
spirit ghost right now. So I don't know. There's no body for him right now.
I mean, we saw was it Mikasa
Yeah.
slicing
Yeah.
a Titan, and based off of the neck, it wasn't one of the Walls Titans.
Yeah, no, that's
It
not that.
looks
Yeah,
like it
no,
was
no,
a
there's no
smaller
way
Titan.
there's no way they're taking
Yeah.
out the wall Titans. Like,
No, no.
like the only person that's going to be able to stop this if they want to is Eren. Now Zeke might. I'd be surprised where Zeke's going with this. Like, he might stay and defend everybody, or he might go after Eren. In all likelihood, I think he'll be going after Ymir and Eren like that. But
I
yeah.
think so too. I think though, in terms of Peak and the other people, I don't think they're going to defend the city.
Really?
I think they're going to just regroup with their like small foot soldiers who are not
Right.
significant to the storyline.
Right.
But I think they're going to try and regroup
Ah,
and try and get back
okay.
to the
I agree with
Marleyan
you.
Empire as quickly as possible. I
I
don't
agree with
think they're
you.
going to help the people
That's a
of
good
the
point.
city.
So, well, okay, sorry. What I was trying to say
Everything
was
that
like
happened.
they were gonna help the people of the island just so that they could help their own people. Like, they're gonna try to eliminate some of those pure Titans just so they can get all their people out of there.
Yeah,
It's chaos
perhaps.
right now.
Or I think there's also a really good chance that they would just abandon their foot soldiers and try and book it as fast as they can to the ocean and back to a ship to get try and get across and get a warning message. I mean, because if there's a significant amount, I mean, think geographically, if there's like a significant amount of distance between the island and the mainland, they're not going to necessarily see it coming quite yet. If this is the beginning, and if it takes time to cross the water, like if it takes time for the wall titans to cross water, then they have a chance on a fast
It all
boat
well,
to get
not even
across
both.
and get a
Not
warning message until you can start to see them come onto the horizon.
I guarantee you those wall titans are creating a tsunami of some sense. Like, they're going to be creating a
Ooh, that'd be
tsunami.
interesting. I didn't
Like,
think of
because
that.
they're like, it's like going into a bathtub, like when you jump into a bathtub like that. So there'd definitely be a tsunami before they even arrive.
They're going skinny dipping before
Right,
going to
for
war.
reals. But no. So you have to remember also that Marley came in. They came in on airships, like that.
Oh, that's right.
They came in on airships. Now, where those airships are now, no idea.
I
They
don't
might
know.
all
I know
be
a bunch of them
crushed.
got blown up.
Yeah.
If there's any that lasted, if there's any that survived, then yeah, maybe that might be their best
my
bet.
God, what a
But
mess.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're gonna give a shit about the foot soldiers. I think like they're gonna
Okay.
worry more about because their families are over there too on the other
No,
side.
but you got to also remember that they got to get Gabby out of there. They got to get his name's not Harold, but Falco, whatever. There's also the General McGaff guy, the general guy who's kind of like a friend of them. Like, he looks out for them. So, there's certain people that there's also
Yeah.
what's the
I meant
Yelena?
like the regular.
I know the grunts, the real grunts. Yeah. There's Yelena as well. And Onyapoko. Yeah, like that. Those are Onyapoko. Yeah, there's Zeke's people. Who knows if that's what's gonna happen on that side? I don't know. I don't know,
what
man.
are the Jaegerists gonna do? Are they gonna just like be okay with this and say, okay,
Why
well,
wouldn't
that's
they?
Eden's plan. I don't know, just because it because of the consequences as that occur as a result of the walls coming down, their vulnerabilities. Like he's not leaving any of the wall titans behind to,
Right.
protect the city,
Right.
protect the people.
I mean, that is a
If
good
he
point.
doesn't
Armin,
have
yeah,
control of the smaller titans,
you're right.
because
That's a
he
good.
doesn't have
Oh, wait a second.
what, oh my, oh, the
Zeke. No,
Zeke.
Zeke
Yeah,
can,
he
yeah.
has control.
Yeah. Wait a
So if he
second.
wants control of the
Yeah.
smaller
Yeah.
titans,
Yeah. That's it.
then he's gonna need Zeke's power. He
Who?
can't
No,
do
no,
it.
no, 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 no. So I see what you're trying to say, but my assumption is that Eden, if he really wanted to, no. So Eden can control. Wait. Eden can control the. Eden actually can control the pure titans, even in human form. We saw that when Dinah, right,
Oh, that's
right,
right.
he can actually do it if he
Oh,
wants
that's
to.
right.
When he touches royal blood. But the main point in terms of this potential story right now, yeah, if Zeke is conscious, he can stop all the pure titans from running rampant on the island. Now the question is, will he? Probably not. But
No.
he will probably just control the ones around him and try to get his people together or whatever like that. So that's my guess. But yeah, there are people out there that can control those titans. Which that consists of Zeke, possibly Historia in some form or fashion, and then Eden. That's
Yeah,
about
but
it.
Historia is nowhere near. I don't think she's anywhere near the area. So
did they move her out to undisclosed location?
I thought she was like in the countryside.
Okay, they don't have her like central.
Because
That's right.
it looked like she was like in a cottage.
Right.
Like when
Maybe
they showed
she's
her,
back,
she was
yeah.
like on a porch of what looked
You're
like
right.
some sort of cottage.
You're right. Yeah.
So I just assumed that it would be, but I know that
so many questions.
Yeah, I know that the place though has like countryside, like the city has some countryside feeling.
I just thought she was deep
so
in the
cute.
city. Deep in the Royal Guard area, but I don't know.
No.
I don't know. We're gonna find out what happens really soon, because not all the walls are made of titans. So yeah.
Right. Do you think that like if Annie wakes up, like, do you think she's gonna know what's going on?
Yeah, because
and like, do you think she's like, I can't really, because it's been so long, so my memory is really crap. But do we know whose side she's on? If we're thinking about the context of now,
last week she was basically doing a job for Marley. That was it. She was supposed to go there with Berthold, Reiner, and the brothers, the older brother or whatever, and then he got eaten by Ymir. But so their whole idea was just to try to get the king to do something. They had less information than Grisha did about like where the royal king was. Like everybody assumed is that which everybody thought so, was the king was deep behind the third wall.
Right, and that's why she got
Rose.
assigned there.
Right, that's why she was getting deep in there, and they were trying to do something. And then at that point, they were like, "Look, nobody's doing anything, so we gotta try to do something to get this king to do something." Like, so that's why they initiated the attack on the wall from the outside, like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they kicked the door in just to see. They wanted to see what would happen if the king was going to do something. Because if he truly was renouncing war, was he going to try to do something or whatever?
Right.
They were just trying to figure out where the founding titan is. And
so but in the context of the events that are happening now and the clear sides on
the only
each
thing
side of the line, like I'm conflicted as to whether
where Annie would stand. What's this?
Yeah, where would Annie stand? Would she go with Zeke? Would she go with the Jaegerists and Eden? Would she side with the Empire still? Would she still be loyal to the Empire?
I think at the end of the day, her biggest concern would just be her father. like getting her father,
Mm.
because her father is still on the island.
That's right.
Like
Yeah.
that. I mean, sorry, her father is still with the Marlians, and so that would be her one and only concern, because that was the last.
Or would there be a big showdown between her and Armin?
Nah, nah.
Because if
I don't.
if
I
because
kind of.
if he ate the colossal
Right.
titan, and what if they did have like some sort of feelings relationship for each other? Would
Annie
she
didn't feel
like
for shit. Like the only thing Annie cared about was her
the
father,
mission
and
and her father?
just pleasing her father, and
Mm.
because that was the last thought process, the last things in her mind before she crystallized up was, and she started
Oh,
crying.
okay. I
uh,
don't remember
yeah,
that. Okay.
and one of the other things was, her father was essentially talking to her the same way that Eden Kruger was talking to her, talking to Grisha. The same thing that Eden was saying to Grisha was like, just keep fighting, keep moving, even if you can't, even if you die, keep moving on. And her father was hugging her, and she started crying, and then she cried in the
So
crystal.
maybe she would just be, maybe she wouldn't take any side. Maybe she'd just be like, I need to
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here and I
maybe.
need to save my pop pop.
Who
But
knows? Who knows?
or she could still be crystallized the rest
I
of the thing and that's
honestly, as much as
it.
you want Annie coming back, I don't think she's going to be that significant to the overall story of what's going on. Right at this point, is basically just Eden, Ymir, and possibly Zeke at some point like that. I think it's, and then with the power of love, Mikasa and Armin are going to do. They're going to do something. Like, Mikasa and Armin are still very integral to the end of this, because even when we saw them getting teleported, they were the first. And I thought at first
Yeah.
it was only them, but yeah, it was everybody. But they're very integral to this point, because the whole show started with the trio, so it's going to end
Yeah,
that
I
way.
would imagine they wouldn't just suddenly
Yeah.
eliminate these, like put these characters onto the side. They've built them up, their relationships up too much, and they've built up those characters too much to just throw them away. And if they do end up throwing them away, then I'm gonna be very pissed off.
Well, we're gonna find out, guys. We're gonna find out next week. That's the only problem, is these episodes are getting so good that 30 minutes a week is just not enough now. Like,
No.
we need so much more. But the full reaction is available on Patreon, guys. Thanks so much, and shout outs to KR Presents for struggling to get these. They're starting to cap off at like almost an hour now, some of these videos. So shout outs to him for doing these and working on them all night for you guys. We will talk to you next week for the next episode of Attack on Titan. Peace.